He's the only president other than Herbert Hoover who lost jobs when he was president. He's already Herbert Hoover. I want to pick a line. Donald Trump went to a non-union shop and attacked you.
Powerful Joe Biden speech after he gained the endorsement of Sean Fain in the UAW, Joe Biden being the first president in modern history to visit a picket line ongoing during a strike, doing so in the defense of the UAW strike against the big three motor companies, in which unions and specifically auto workers won big. This actually has been surprisingly one of the most pro-labor administrations we've had in recent decades, and we've seen multiple wins for unions and collective bargaining as a whole under the Biden administration. Here is Biden hilariously calling out Trump for hoping there would be a recession.
By the way, the last guy said he's hoping for a recession. Because he does not want to be the next Herbert Hoover. He's already Herbert Hoover. He's the only president other than Herbert Hoover who lost jobs when he was president.
And he's absolutely right here. Donald Trump is the first president since Hoover to actually lose us jobs. And Republicans will be quick to be like, oh, the pandemic, though they won't actually consider any of that for Biden's presidency. And either way, it was Trump's mishandling of the pandemic that lost those jobs. The pandemic didn't come and steal our jobs like those immigrants, right? Plenty of presidents have gone through recessions without losing jobs. Bush caused one, Obama inherited one, and neither of them lost jobs.
We've created more than 250,000 auto jobs all across America. And while I stood in solidarity with you on the picket line, as your president said, I want to pick a line. Donald Trump went to a non-union shop and attacked you.
Exactly right again. While Joe Biden actually supported UAW and visited a picket line, Donald Trump, who was a very anti-union president, tried to mock this success by holding a rally of his own, except he couldn't be bothered by actually being around those union workers, not him, instead choosing to visit a non-union auto shop.
I appointed a historically pro-union National Labor Relations Board because I don't believe any company should be using threats or tactics to stand in the way of workers' rights to organize, period.
This is something I was actually pleasantly surprised with the Biden administration on. They were being very pro-labor, designating pro-labor and pro-union presidents and board members to the NLRB, all while strengthening collective bargaining as a whole through card checks and other measures. Biden has unironically been one of the most pro-labor presidents in modern history, and it's no surprise that we've seen tremendous gains in the power of collective bargaining under him. This is something he obviously wanted to highlight and did a great job of doing so in this speech when he received that UAW endorsement. This is huge, because blue-collar workers make up a large part of Trump's base, supposedly. But Biden has a great labor record and now has the UAW endorsement on top of that, one of the biggest labor unions, and one that got huge wins for blue-collar workers at that. I'm sure this has Trump fuming, and it'll be interesting to see how he responds going forward.